Well, since you guys haven't had a segment for a couple of days until today, you're going to get 2 in one day. As you can see, it's empty here. Stack of skins have been taken to the back. The partition walls there, the ones out in the driveway around the corner have been put away. Oh, as well as all the fence panels. Took the better part of the day. We're not moving that quick. But as you can see, all the fence panels are in their spot. Partition walls that were down are in their spot. You see there's 4 piles started there. So we made progress that way. I don't know why the hell I'm shutting the gate. We normally keep the gate shut because we have a dog. We don't want the dog getting loose. So with the fence panels and partitions in there, I'm not gonna get that done. And then out here, we haven't done shit. It's still a fucking disaster area. Yeah, I said shit and I said fucking. Oh well, your virgin ears. But we'll get out here tomorrow and we'll work on this. We should be able to get the rest of the props out of here tomorrow. Both in the blacklight room and the gypsy. And we should get the gypsy tent down tomorrow too. As far as getting this tent down tomorrow, tain't gonna happen. There's just no way in hell. Now, with everyone having the flu, sorry, coughing up another hairball. With everyone having the flu though, I am about a week and a half behind. Well, about a week behind actually, on the tent. On all the Halloween stuff. We are moving so goddamn slow, I'm not getting much accomplished very quickly. And there's going to be blowback on it. I still got to get all the tents down, all the Halloween stuff's got to get put into a spot, and a lot of it has been put away already. But then we need to get out here, and the yard needs to be mowed, winterized, and what have you. Fallback is going to be with Christmas. Wife and I have talked, and for those of you that have followed the channel, know we normally do a light display with blow-ups, and I have my Christmas skellies. In fact, we were going to do carol orders this year too, along with the Christmas skelly elves in the mausoleum. There just isn't time. You know, normally by the time we get done with this Halloween stuff, get it all put away, I need a couple of days where I can relax. I've got about a week and a half between now and Thanksgiving for the Christmas display is the deadline. That's when the display gets turned on, and it runs from Thanksgiving night all the way through January. And it takes about a week and a half to set it up. So in order to do the Christmas display this year, I would have to stop with this and start with the Christmas. I'm going to be at this another 3 or 4 days. You know, it's probably going to be about 6 days, maybe 7 days more before I can get all the Halloween stuff down, put away, the yard cleaned up and everything. And that just means there just is not time to do the Christmas display this year. So we're going to take this year off, and we're going to save some on the electrical bill. I use probably about 10 times as much electricity on the Christmas display as I do for Halloween. So we're not going to be doing the Christmas display this year. Alright, you saw the partition walls, you saw the fencing, you know we got the skins taken care of. Another thing we did is that huge pile that was sitting there. We got some of that cleaned up and put away. Still some junk out here that needs to get put away, but this is a little bit more cleaned up. And as far as the shed goes, with this storm front coming through, it's the same one that's nailing Seattle, aka Hellmouth, with all the rain. It's windy, it's cold, okay? And you would think, okay, nothing, you know, too big, you're just putting it in the shed. What do you got to worry about the wind for? Part of the problem is I have a huge stack of old canvas sidewalls and stuff that we've collected over the years with all the different tents. Some of them are ripped up, others, you know, are just getting old. They need to be gone through, refolded. Some are going in the trash, some we're keeping. I can't do it with the wind, and it's, you know, like I said, it's getting windy, it's getting cold. But I gotta get that done first before I can put all this stuff into the shed. So I'm gonna call weather day. Screw it. I'm tired, I'm cold, it's windy, it looks like rain. fuck it, I'm calling it early for today. So I'm heading in the house to warm up. We'll get you another segment when we get around to it. Good morning, people, on this nice, wet, windy, and chilly morning. I had planned working on the shed out in the backyard, getting it packed. I ain't doing it in the rain, folks. So we're gonna work out here. I'm gonna get started over there and get the gypsy display done. Get that torn apart so I can get this area fit. Start getting this area cleaned up. Then we'll move into here and start getting this area kind of cleaned up, hopefully. At least get the props out of here, including that wall. Gotta get the water wall down. Then I can get the liners out. And then maybe start working on the frames today. Tents and the walls in here will not come down. I'm hoping to get at least the gypsy tent taken down. So we're gonna work on that first and then see, get started on it and then see where we get. Got some major progress done today. As you can see, gypsy display is no more. Totally torn down, walls are put away. And then we got in here, all the props are out of here. It's just the frames, which will come down tomorrow because the grass is a little soggy at the moment. I want to let it dry overnight. Some of the liners still had water on them. And we got out here, my helper was just out here doing some raking. Got the water wall there. And then we even made it into the backyard. We got the storage shed packed up. So the mess out in the backyard's done. We've cleaned up the patio a little bit, the driveway a little bit. We're making progress, and that's a good thing. Well, we have a nice blustery day out here. Some high clouds, wind. Wenatchee, which is about 2 hours north of us, has had wind gusts up to 107 miles per hour. We've got some wind gusts here. I don't know how strong it is. I'm just getting outside. Continuing on with teardown. And yes, I'm still sick, but I'm feeling a hell of a lot more normal than I was this time last week. Got a wiring mess. That's all the low voltage wiring that we used in the haunt that was worth keeping. And I got a snarled mess on. We have to sort through it, bundle it up. That's a project for a later date. Those there are the sidewalls that were in the gypsy display. And yesterday we got in here, and as you can see, the framework for the ponds are down. And we got the plywood off over in the torture chamber and over where Fred and the bubbling tubes were. Today's project is to get in here and get these wall panels down. Get the skins down and what have you. We got some errands, more errands to do today. I gotta wait for the plumber to get here though. We ended up, we have a sump pump down in the basement, and wife was running the clothes machine. I was getting ready to come up. We were going to go run our errands. I looked down, and I got water flooding our basement. And it's like, oh shit! I go over and look, and the pump in the sump pump, or in the sump is gone out. So we got to have a plumber out to get that fixed. And once he's done, we're going to go run our errands. In the meantime, while we're waiting for the plumber, I figured I'd get out here and I'd start taking some of the skins down out here. And then once the plumber's done his doohickey with the sump pump, I figured we'll go run our errands and I'll come back and work on this some more. So it's kind of where we're at. I doubt highly we'll get the tent down today, but at least we'll have all the wall panels down. And then we'll drop the tent tomorrow, provided it doesn't snow. I thought for sure we were going to get snow last night. Good afternoon, and welcome to November 18th. This is a record for us. This is as long as it's ever taken. It has never taken this long to get the haunt torn down. God, getting sick in bad weather is not good. But we've been doing pretty good out here. The tent comes down today, so that'll be the last thing in the haunt that needs to come down. Then we need to get out here and mow. My daughter's doing a little bit of cleanup. The wife was out here earlier doing some raking, and she's cleaning up the mess. But we gotta get out here, get mowing done. I've got wiring to put away. The shelf needs to go in the house. That goes up in the attic. And hold on, mail carrier is coming. He does not like being vlogged. All right, back to it. Yeah, we did have mail. Got one of my orders in. Anyway, we got the tent. I still got the ceiling material in the tent. I need to take down yet. And that's got to come down before we take the tent down. It takes all of about 2 seconds. And like I said, I've got the wiring there. It needs to be put away. That's going to take a while. It's all got to be sorted and coiled and untangled and all that. And the shelf which goes up in the attic. Past that, we've made other progress. I do have some other stuff to put away. I got some bricks that need to go back on our brick pile, which needs to be cleaned up before I can take the tent down. And since we're not doing the Christmas display, the mausoleum needs to get put away. So I've got that. It's got to get done today. Oh, and Dove Dove, my littlest kitty. She's a sweetheart. I've got to get the hose put back out front. And hold on. I've got a roll of ceiling material left. That's got to go in the house to go up in the attic. I've got the witch and the giant skull. Those need to go in the spare bedroom, so those could go up in the attic. And then I've got 2 huge tubs of scene setters that we've collected over the years that we've used. We're going to sort through this. There's a couple of patterns I want to keep. There's a lot in there that I don't want to keep, and instead of throwing it away, I talked to Jim Erickson. He said he'd be interested in it. So we've got to sort through that, and whatever we're going to keep is going up in the attic. The rest will sit out here in a tub until summertime when we're over on the coast doing produce, and we'll take it over and give it to Jim. So we got that to take care of. Gourds and stuff, I have no idea what the wife's going to do with that. All that came out of our gardens, and we've had even more than that. The wife threw out quite a bit of it. Gotta open up the shop. Hold on 1 second. Now, yesterday with the windstorm that we had, also turned into a hell of a rainstorm statewide. We had torrential rain and high winds. Some areas were getting up as high as 107 miles per hour. Did a hell of a lot of damage down. Power lines down, trees. Anyway, we ended up having to call it quits semi-early yesterday out front. As you saw, we got all the walls down. So I came in here to the shop, worked in the shop. You can actually walk into the shop now. That's pretty much cleaned up. The corner pile's cleaned up. We got that table kind of cleaned up. Still kind of working on this table, though it's almost done. And we actually swept. And it needs to be swept again in here, but it always needs to be swept in here. But we can actually get in here and do stuff. I've been working on that there and this here. I actually had this container heaped up and over and this bucket heaped up and over with all the nuts and bolts and steaks and everything else from the haunt. Now I've been sitting here sorting out. Basically that there's all the washers from all my carved foam. And I was just trying to separate them out of all the screws because I gotta go through and sort screws to get them put away. So that's a project I'm currently working on in the evenings. See, out back was the last area, or next area. I was gonna say last area, but it's not the last area. I've got all my hoses over there for my pneumatics. Minus one. I got one hose put away. I needed to use my air compressor yesterday. So we got that. We got the water wall out here, and these are all the partition walls from last night, or from yesterday. These all need to get put away, which will get done today sometime. And then my next project, as you can get over the water wall here. As you can see, I got a brick pile there, and it's a disaster. I need to get it cleaned up because all the tent piping goes on top of it. So I'm gonna have some fun. My first project of the day is gonna be that tent piping. So we're gonna get started with that today. And by the end of the day, the tent should be down and the backyard should be cleaned up. Downstairs, that's all cleaned up. I've been working on a couple of projects down there last night, or last couple of nights. So we're getting someplace with that. But, we're getting right down toward the end of it. Like I said, tent will be down today. Then it's just a little cleanup stuff, and most of the cleanup stuff will get done today as well. Probably will not get to the spare bedroom until tomorrow. But get the spare bedroom done, that's just going to leave, you can see leaves and stuff lawns, both the front and the back, need to be mowed. Gardens need to be blown out. And I'm including that as part of Halloween because it just is. So that's kind of where we're at. So we're very, very, very close to being done with Halloween. Oh, Christmas stuff. I mentioned, I think earlier in the vlog, that we were not going to be doing a Christmas display this year. The outdoor display got canceled due to the fact I got a cold and it's taken too damn long to get the tents and stuff done. I should be just finishing putting out the Christmas decorations now. Obviously I'm not. So wife has been a little upset. She loves the Christmas display. Why? I do not know, which is funny as hell. Because she used to complain about that damn Christmas display every freaking year when we first started doing it. Waste of time, waste of hassle, waste of money with the electricity. And I think, okay, great. I was keeping that in mind. And I'm thinking, great. I like doing the Christmas display too, but it's just too late. I'm stressed out. I'm wore out, from Halloween with having the cold and 30 days of setup, the 5-6 days we were open, and catching the flu and trying to tear it. It's just enough. I just want to go in and hibernate, was my thinking. So I told the wife, I'm not doing the Christmas display this year. There's just not enough time. It takes me about a week and a half, up on the ladder, getting the lights on around the edge of the house, getting all the big bushes and the trees lit up, all the little display stuff and whatever up. I'm just going to take this year off. I'm not going to do the Christmas skellies. I'm not doing the mausoleum. I've had it. I want to be done with this. I need to quit. So I'm taking this year off. And she started dropping little hints. We could just put out the figures, or we could just do, the blow-ups. You don't need to be up on the ladder putting any lights up on the house. You could just do the ground stuff. And I've been saying no and no and no. I'm not doing it. I'm done with it. And she's getting more and more upset and upset and upset. So I challenged her. I told her I'd give her a trade. She's allergic to strong smells. She can't wear perfume. She's got to be real careful about bath powders, that sort of thing. Anything that has a strong odor, she can't do it. She clogs up and literally cannot breathe. When we first got married, we did live Christmas trees. And because it was easier, I didn't want to have to drag out the old tree, put it together, one of those kit trees, those fake artificial ones. So we did that the first couple of years we were married. And during the whole time, she's taking Benadryl and then leave and, and all that type of stuff, to keep her sinuses, cleaned up. And then we just switched over and we started doing the artificial trees. Well, I am so bummed out with Christmas this year, I don't want to even fuck with the artificial tree. I want a live tree this year. I'm tired of the fake trees. I want a live tree. So I told her I would do a trade with her. Told her if she let me have my live tree this year, I would put up the blow-ups and the figurines and that sort of stuff. I still refuse to do the bushes in the house. I'm not doing any ladder work. And she agreed, no ladder work. But if I were to put up the blow-ups and all the figurines and stuff, minus the Christmas skellies, because I told her I wasn't putting the Christmas skellies up unless I had the mausoleum up, and I'm not fucking with the mausoleum this year. Barring that, she would let me have my live tree. So, as soon as we get the front yard and all the landscaping done, I'm going to be up doing the blow-ups. And doing the blow-ups and the figurines actually only takes about a day. So, we're going to be working on doing that. Well, you will have a little bit of Christmas, just not a whole lot of Christmas. Yay! I think. Well, we've made some progress out here. As you can see, tent's down. And it looks like I'm about out of power on the camera. So we'll make this semi-quick. If this thing shuts off, it shuts off. But I gotta get out here, blow the gardens out, Gotta mow the front yard, that'll be done. Driveway, same way. Gardens and stuff need to be blown out. But we got all the Halloween stuff out of here and semi put away. And then, let's see what else. Oh, we got in big tents put away over here. At least the piping. That's where we store the big tent, and we got the bricks and stuff all cleaned up. Got the water wall put away. Patio, I haven't done anything on yet today, and that is scheduled for today. So this is going to get cleaned up. Arches need to go in the shop, get disassembled, and I've got air hoses back there. Need to be coiled up, put away, and then we need to get out here, blow all the gardens out, and winterize the backyard. Got my dump back there, and we started a new pile back there with all the new wall panels that ate up all my room, so we're totally blocking the shed in. The shed's totally packed, so I'm not having to worry about that. And we got the side of the house all filled. All the rest of the partition walls and the fencing are all back there. With that, like I said, leaves the air hoses, leaves the patio, which needs to be done, which will get done today as well. And then I'm going to have some mishkabibble stuff in the shop I'm going to need to do. And the spare bedroom, which is our attic access, is a total disaster area. That needs to be cleaned up. I don't know if we'll get to that today or not. I rather doubt it. But with that, you can see here, yep. Sorry, I had to check the camera. It's flashing low battery. But with that, I think we're going to bring this to a close. I think we're pretty much done. You know, just mishkabibble stuff, screws to sort, the arches need to be put away. I still need to clean up the storage locker. Not going to vlog all that. But effectively, the 2015 Haunted Tents display is done and over. So, you guys wanted to know what it was like tearing down? You didn't get a daily vlog like we did during setup, but you did get something. So, probably going to be a long vlog. Hope you have fun watching it. Stay spooky. Stay toxic.